Ben is still typing away.
Still had a koozie in here.
Gotta tweet the peoples.
I tweeted. I twatted.
What?
Twatted sounds nasty. Twatted sounds.
Oh my
sounds
god.
grotesque.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I supported my own podcast for 3 months.
Thank you,
Imagine.
Darth Vader.
Wow, dude.
Putting money back into the thing that is that I like. Imagine. Excuse you?
Called return on investment. Did you just burp?
For a fact, yeah, dude. She just ripped
Oh
a
my
fatty.
gosh. Wow. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Haley's coming in hot.
Sorry.
Literally hot breath in the
Yeah.
mic.
I didn't expect it. Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't feel that one
It's
coming
not
up.
Not like we had a whole intro video for you to, get that out before we went live, but that's okay. That's okay. Here we are. Timing is everything in this business, right?
We have found ourselves in quite a place.
Anything for the content, right?
Anything for the content, yo.
Hey, anything for the content.
How was you guys?
How-
Yeah, no, I was literally
You took
same
the words
same
out
route.
of my mouth.
How's
Oh
y'all's
my
weekend?
gosh.
Yoink.
Start a podcast together. So how are you guys? How was your weekends? What's up?
Good.
Are you wearing
brother.
matching sweatshirts to start
Are
off
we?
with?
Yeah.
Oh, we are. I didn't
my
even notice
gosh.
that.
This is fucking. I'm gonna throw up. This
No,
is.
you're
I
not.
didn't
It's
even
just the guy
notice
who's
that.
fucking engaged.
We're not wearing matching Cardinal shirts today. Jesus
What
Christ.
are you doing? You guys are fucking up then.
That's okay. Yeah. So matching sweatshirts.
Didn't even
cool,
notice
cool,
that.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't even.
cool,
This is
cool.
just like this sweatshirt that I wear all the time now because it's comfortable.
It's okay. That's good. Haley, how's your Sunday been?
It's been good. It's been productive. My Saturday.
Yeah. So I saw your tweets. But give us a little fill in on what happened on Saturday.
So
Old guy got drunk and fell.
Yes. So I work at one of the local bars. It's been here since like the 70s. And we had one of our regulars, shout out Billy, who will never ever know that we're ever talking about him. But he was overserved prior to me coming into my shift yesterday. And then as he was trying to leave and go home outside of one of our back stairwells, which is all surrounded by brick, he missed the step and he landed on his temple and his face and his arm. I'm pretty sure that I can probably discern that Billy also takes blood thinners, as he was bleeding profusely. And that's one of the side effects of blood thinners, is that you bleed a fuck ton.
And when you're drinking.
And when you're drinking.
Yeah.
It's just a horrible combination. And let me reiterate again, he landed on his temple. And that's one of like the easiest places to essentially get a concussion. That's how I got my concussion in my 20s. It just happens. And he's also, again, in his 70s, so it's kind of scary. I wasn't alerted to the situation until like 15 minutes had passed, and I was the only first aid certified. I did 3 years under my belt in nursing school. I can at least assess to see if the man has a concussion. Nobody told me anything until he was walking to his vehicle, being led by the busboy, whose first day was today or yesterday. No idea what the fuck he was doing. And allowing him to get in the car. The owner was in the downstairs portion of the bar, not giving a fuck and not. Anyways, this man was allowed to leave. He refused any first aid care from me. He wouldn't let me even follow him home, like just to make sure that he got home okay. He was very stubborn, granted, but we could have done more as a staff to like better make sure for his safety. So I found out like a few hours later that he did make it home okay, but he still has a concussion that will most likely go completely undiagnosed. And that's scary to me. It did not sit right with me. 'Cause if he had really, really hit his head hard, he might really have internal hemorrhaging, and that's terrifying also. And him being
Poor Billy.
Yeah, poor Billy, man. Like, and again, him being so stubborn, I doubt that even if I were to show up on his doorstep tomorrow and be like, you need to go to the doctor, he'd probably tell me no. And that's on him.
Yeah.
I will give it that. Like, it's not completely on us on that part, but like we could have done more to keep him secured in the bar to make sure that he was sobered up at least a little bit. Like, there could have been more done. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. And then I found out, actually, before this even happened, I found out that my owner has been taking tables under his own number and securing tips and taking large party banquet orders all to himself, with other server members who are brand new, some even just being 18, not knowing of the industry and the nastiness like this happening, and just securing money for himself. And he last weekend yelled at me and demanded $200 from me for a party that he felt that he did the entirety of. When I tried to give him $200, he said, no, I don't want it now. I'm like, okay, then what do you want? What do you want from me? So
Sounds like a nice guy.
He needs therapy.
Yeah, something.
So I walked out yesterday. A lot of my ethics and morals were being questioned, in my opinion. Like, I was questioning my own, like, if I felt okay. If I didn't feel okay, then what am I going to do about it? And so that's what I did, and I left.
Had you ever walked out of a job before prior to that?
Not like that, no.
Yeah, no. I've never walked out of a job either. When I was the director of the preschool, I had teachers that would go on their, like, lunch break on, like, day 2, and then they'd never come back. I'm like, oh nice.
That sucks.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, working with kids is hard, and some people think it's going to be easy. Anyway, Ben, have you ever walked out of a job?
No.
Like, I've always had
like,
I think...
I'm trying to think of all the jobs I've had.
I think everybody has those visions and those fantasies when you're on the job of, like, man, fuck this. And that you, like, can envision yourself just walking out. But I've never gotten to fulfill that fantasy.
I think the closest I got to walking out of a job was the job I had in college at Dick's Sporting Goods. I had come back from... I'd come back from boot camp, and I'd been there a little while. Actually, I'd been a couple years after I'd come back from boot camp, and I was getting ready to leave, I think, to go to, like, training afterwards. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to this training. It's going to be, like, probably like a month long or something like that. So, like, I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving for that, and I think they got kind of shitty with me, and I was like, all right, fine. Like, here's my 2 weeks or whatever. And I don't even know if I ended up doing the full 2 weeks. I think I, like, maybe did a couple of days, and I was just like, you know what, never mind, bye.
Well, Haley,
It was something
you have
like
that
that.
on both of us.
Yeah, so it was something like that, or I was getting ready to come back, and they were being dumb, and I was like, you know what, never mind, I don't even care.
That's a good never have I ever question, by the way. Just put that one in your back pocket for the next time you find yourself in a drinking game. Never have I ever. That's a good one.
And I can actually think of one instance. I don't know if this counts. Ben and Alex, it was before we met. It was right before we met. It was like last March, February, maybe. I don't remember exactly. I was working at a liquor store, and the liquor store owner, older than my father, was like continually sexually harassing me.
Oh my god.
Like touchy, would say creepy shit. His daughter was literally my age.
So you guys made out?
I actually reported
Just
him
kidding.
to
Just
HR
kidding.
and got the owner of the entire corporation on him.
Nice.
But never like pursued. I think it completely just because I was like just tired of it and going through any legal disputes fucking tiring.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, he was fired from it, but like I didn't receive obviously any compensation. I just remember I no-called, no-showed.
I thought that's where you were going
I
with
wish.
that.
I wish. I no-called, no-showed one day, and then I never returned. I don't know if that counts, but I feel like both of these are fairly justified.
They are. I think the closest one I got to, even closer than the other one, was one of the first jobs I had when I got up here to New Jersey. I was like on Indeed or whatever looking for jobs, and I found one which turned out to be like door-to-door, like soliciting. So like what your guys do for you, Alex, to get your guys' leads for like windows and stuff.
Oh, canvassing.
Yeah, canvassing. So I
That
was
job
doing that.
blows.
Yeah,
Door
it blows.
knocking.
Yeah, it blows hard. So I did that for like a week, and then I texted the guy that was like my supervisor or whatever, like that was taking me out there to do that shit, and I was like, "Yeah, dog, this isn't for me. This shit sucks. I'm out."
Get ready to have doors thrown in your face and people to
There
threaten to
was
call
like
the
one.
cops
There
and
was one where like the house literally had a no soliciting sign in their window, and then I pointed it out. I was like, "Yeah, dude, this thing has a no soliciting sign," and he was like, "Ah, it's fine," and like knocked on the door, and the guy like answered the door like mad aggressive. He was like,
Well,
"Did you
yeah.
not read the sign?" And I like I had backed off. I was like, "I'm not gonna be up here if this goes south. Like, fuck this, dude."
Yeah, that's fully fair.
Yeah, and then
no.
the dude still tried to do his pitch, and I was like,
He's committed to the business.
"No, dude, I'm out."
Those
on that.
those dudes
Jer.
have a zero fucks given type mentality that honestly I admire in that phase. I mean, I think it transfers over to some real life too, because not all of them are bad. Some of the best salespeople have started in that realm, door knocking or whatever. God bless them.
Yeah, which is like
Luckily I
part of
never
like
had to.
what you could do, I guess, to that company is like because it was like the same time like type of deal. It was like it was for roofing, like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yep.
construction and or home improvement or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, this sucks. I'm out. I think I texted him like the night before I was supposed to be there the next day, and I was like, no.
Yeah, there's a lot of those companies out there, and hey, when I switched my internet, some kid was door knocking for an internet company, and his prices were lower, and it was raining. I felt bad for him, so he came in, and I switched my internet over to him.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah, you gotta, especially when you're in the sales industry, it's not easy door knocking in the rain. I mean, and it was a better price, so why the fuck not?
Yeah, hell no.
Huh?
It was bad. I think I started up on that door knocking shit. It was like the winter time, so it was a couple times I was out there, it was like snowing and shit, and I was like, no, dude.
Nope.
And we had to do like the canvassing, and like it was essentially like we had to come into the office in like a suit and stuff, and then we could change to go out to do door knocking. And I was like, this is fucking stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
That's
going to go out.
It's like some Wolf of Wall Street, like great value Wolf of Wall Street shit.
It was real dumb. I was like, I'm not gonna come to work every day to like switch out of like slacks to put on jeans and stuff to go canvas doors and still have to have a suit and tie on, like a tie and a fucking shirt on. Fuck that.
Before they let you change, did y'all have to get in a circle and go, oh?
Nah, we just had these like weird like big meetings. It was real stupid. It gave me big
I love it.
it gave me big like pyramid scheme vibes of like some mess that I did while I was in college too, some insurance thing.
Hi,
It was
Zeus.
stupid. Hey, Jesus.
Jesus.
But yeah, so that was my
May the 1st of 2022. Yes, sir.
that was my weekend.
That's crazy. I had a pretty chill weekend actually.
Very interesting.
Same.
That was good. But on the docket tonight, we're gonna talk about Elon Musk actually coming to a deal with Twitter and buying Twitter. California has launched an investigation into what we'll call big oil, basically, and the federal government is trying to implement or going to implement a ban on menthol cigarettes across the country, and that'll probably go into effect next year at some time. So, with that, I think I want to start with this California recycling scam because it's kind of interesting. And I have always been of the opinion. You guys can share your opinions too, but I've always been of the opinion that recycling was kind of a scam and wasn't really effective anyway.
It was a big thing in Omaha where they found out the recycling and the main trash were going to the same place, the same facility, like into the same landfill.
Yeah, so there's that. Like some of the recycling doesn't even get recycled. Some of it does, but I think, and I'd have to like look this up because I'm not for sure. But like the process of recycling stuff anyway emits a lot of like emissions that aren't good for the ozone layer and the environment anyway. So the process of them like melting the shit down and refining it or whatever to put it back into like other plastics and stuff you use is actually not even that good.
To derail the conversation just for a half a second, speaking on the ozone, did you see that they're making those methane gas masks for cows to try to capture their burps?
What?
No, over their mouths. They're making masks for cows, so when they burp, it reduces the amount of methane gas that goes into the air.
I'm pretty sure that like the cows burping themselves aren't that big of a deal. I will give the meat industry itself more hell for them destroying the environment than the fucking
Yeah,
cows.
the meat industry is not a most righteous institution, but I don't
No,
think the mass on the cows are going to help. I just
I
found that
don't think
funny.
that's dumb. So we
There's
went from
pictures
wearing masks to
of
now
cows
cows are
like with
wearing
masks.
masks. So
That makes
stupid.
me sad. That makes me
That's
so
so stupid.
sad.
But yeah,
It's
so
yeah.
this was this was back a couple of days ago. April 28th is when
Hold on,
this,
let me check
at least
this.
this article was published, and I think I saw this a couple of days ago from Jerry News on Instagram. Um, so the California Attorney General Rob Bonta is investigating oil and gas companies for an alleged half-a-century campaign of deception, stating that they played a possible role in promoting the idea that plastics could be recycled in an effort to manipulate the public to buy more of it.
Not a chance. I mean,
Right?
from major companies pulling off a stunt like this,
Never in our
it
lives. That doesn't sound
doesn't
like big
sound right to
tobacco
me.
in the 90s.
No,
Oh
no, not
God.
at all. It's not the cigarettes that are giving you guys cancer.
it's not the it's not the big oil companies pushing their bottom line because oil and gas go into making plastic in order to buy more plastic so they keep making money. No.
No,
No,
no, that
never.
no, it doesn't sound right.
So he says for more than half a century the plastics industry has engaged in an aggressive campaign to deceive the public, perpetuating a myth that recycling can solve the plastic crisis. He said truth is the vast majority of plastic cannot be recycled. Which is honestly that he's not wrong in that because there's only certain plastics that can be recycled. They have the little like recycle triangle on them and they have a number in them. If they don't have that, then they can't be recycled.
You've seen the video of like in the middle of the sea where all that trash is like
Yeah,
basically come
trash island.
together. Yeah, Trash Island. It's like the size of a state almost, and
Yeah, it's huge.
there's that kid who is they did a documentary or something about him, how he's trying to create this giant machine that basically scoops it all up so he can clean
Mm-hmm.
it all up. And he's making
Yeah.
huge strides. The kid was on Rogan actually. Um, but that's where most of the plastics go. Not a lot of it is getting recycled.
No, it doesn't. It
For
like people just like either forget to recycle or just don't care enough and they just throw it in the trash anyway and then it goes to the landfill.
for the longest time we were taking our recycling and selling it to China because China was saying that they were going to recycle it. So we would sell it to them and then they would turn around and dump it in the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
We literally just paid China to dump our trash in the ocean because they're like,
Yeah, we
"Oh,
could have like if it
bring
was
it
gonna
on
do that,
over. We'll
if we
recycle it for you. Here you go."
shit, we could have saved so much money and just done it ourselves.
And now we're out there scooping it up. God damn
Yeah,
it.
so that like China's out here like, yeah, we'll take your trash, and they dump it, and then we're like, oh god, the oceans are terrible. Let's clean it up. And China's just
We
like, idiots.
those fuckers got us again.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah,
fucking dumb.
I can't imagine a company using something like this that makes people feel like they're doing a good thing. That's the thing is they're just taking advantage of people.
Yeah,
And
no,
you
a
feel
hundred
like you're
percent.
doing a good thing by recycling, you know? I mean, we recycle at my house and
I
Omaha
mean,
did this big campaign. That's kind of like Omaha actually. They used to make you buy your own green recycling bin
mm-hmm.
if you wanted to recycle. And then they would pick it up and then they just take it all to the same place anyway. Like, hey, thanks for buying that bin. You could have just stuck it in the
Could have
trash
just
with the other stuff and it's all going to the
yeah.
same spot.
Like I recycle at my house just because like there's a service that comes across like it comes on base once every 2 weeks and takes all of it, and I'm like, I mean, cool, I guess. Like I'll
Yeah.
put it in there so I don't have a bunch of extra trash in my house to take to the compactor. But yeah, it's just it's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, another large industry just taking care of it. And guess who's like at the forefront of it? ExxonMobil. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, no. No, dude. Exxon is like one of the most like absolvent of any crime companies out there. Their moral compass is due north, brother.
Yo,
They do
facts.
no harm.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was also said that for too long, ExxonMobil and other corporate polluters have been allowed to mislead the public and harm people on the planet. It's encouraging to see the state of California. This is a quote from Forbes. They said it's encouraging to see the state of California stand up to the fossil fuel industry. Hopefully, it's a sign that policymakers are ready to start holding corporations accountable. ExxonMobil, however, said it rejects all the allegations made by the California Attorney General and highlighted that it is the first company to use what is referred to as an advanced recycling technology to recycle used plastic. So cool. So they said we are focused on solutions, and meritless allegations like these distract from the important collaborative work that is underway to enhance waste management and improve circularity.
What's
The
this
industry
like
group, the American Chemistry Council,
advanced
said,
thing?
I, of course, they didn't go into it,
I want to know
obviously.
what this advanced
It said
recycling whatever.
the American Chemistry Council has said that it is committed to keeping plastic out of the environment and has proposed a comprehensive and bold actions at state, federal, and international levels to try and combat this. But like Exxon didn't go into any details about what their advanced recycling technology is. Like, what's your advanced solution? Just
Oh.
to melt it all down and belch those fumes into the fucking atmosphere and then reuse it? Like, come on.
I wanted to say it was Exxon that went after that lawyer. Um,
Yeah, they had fucking trapped down in South America
yeah,
for forever.
yeah.
Because he
It
found
was
yeah,
Exxon,
yeah. Because
right?
we talked about him. It was Exxon. They like
Yeah.
it fucking like basically kept him trapped down in South America, so he couldn't talk about the shit that they were doing.
Well, and the funny thing is I'm going through Exxon cases right now trying to find that, and I found this one that says ExxonMobil ordered to pay out 14.25 million
Yeah, that's the one
penalty
we
in
talked about
pollution
a
case.
little while ago.
No, this was in Baytown, Texas. This was not.
Oh, this is a different one?
This was stateside. This is in
Oh
Baytown,
my
Texas.
god, dude, they've
March
been a
2nd,
part of so many
2021.
lawsuits.
No, what's that guy's name? Son of a gun.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
been
remember.
under house arrest for like 2 years now.
Yeah, because we talked about him a little while
Oh,
ago.
fudge. I keep on wanting to say Julian Assange, but that's not
No,
right.
it's not. It's
He's
yeah, it's the other guy who was like down. He was like down in South America, like investigating Exxon's like just.
Zeus
I think it was
lawyer
pollution and then like
and
horrible work ethic practices down there with like
pollution.
the local populace. And he was like, "Yo, this
Yes.
isn't right." And they were like, "Shut the fuck up." And like turned it on him and like made it like a slander case or something. He like was under house arrest for 2 years.
Yeah, he they said that he violated some law and oh, there it is. Ecuador.
Yeah,
An environmental lawyer who waged against Chevron.
it was Chevron. Yeah,
Chevron.
big oil. They're all in bed together anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'll have his Donziger, Steven Donziger.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the name. That's the one Crystal and Kyle Klinsky were all fired up about
Yep,
for good reason. Yeah, not Exxon, Chevron. Oh well, same difference.
pretty much.
Once again, big oil companies taking parts in things that might be deceitful to the public.
No,
Well,
never.
colored me shocked. I can't believe it.
Yeah. So, at a press conference, Bonta, which is the Attorney General of California, said that his office's preliminary findings have provided them with enough information to proceed with an investigation. He said, "We're not prejudging this, but there is information, significant amounts of it, that is compelling and in the public sphere has led us to a good faith belief that we should be subpoenaing ExxonMobil to get more information. And there's a broad belief that plastics are
Eh,
recyclable. That has been the result of a misinformation campaign, of the deception that consumers have been manipulated to believe that plastic is recyclable. It was a strategy as far as we can tell."
Yeah. What else is new? Jesus wants us to talk about Amber Heard shitting on
Oh yeah, we
Johnny
can
Depp.
definitely talk about that some more too. We can tag that into the at the end. He said, "I mean, this was the utmost love for y'all. This is a boring topic." I mean, yeah, it is boring because it's just another big company shitting on the little guy
But
again.
it's also good to know.
But it's also like it's just kind of out there for your information that that we're going after big oil again for deceiving us. So we'll see what happens. Well, fuck it. We'll just talk about the Amber Heard thing now. Yes, she definitely deserves to have the entire book thrown at her for what she did to Johnny Depp. And I don't know, did you
Tell
guys see
him,
any like the clips and stuff of like when
Yes,
I
all
don't know
of
if we
them
talked
on
about it last
TikTok,
week, but
especially.
yeah, I've seen a bunch of it on TikTok. But when they played the audio recording, like pretty much right after she like beat the hell out of Johnny Depp, she was like, "Tell him it was a fair fight." I guess the cops are on their way or something. She's like, "Tell him it was a fair fight. Tell him that I, Johnny Depp, a man, am a victim of domestic violence." And then Johnny was just like, "I am."
And then she's like, "We'll
And
the
see
they,
who believes you and shit."
yeah, she was like, "We'll see who believes you." And so they played that in court, and Johnny was like, "Yeah," and Amber Heard's face was just kind of like,
so that wasn't like when the cops were coming. That was after he was like pleading with her to like stop all of it because he had
"Yeah,
lost Pirates of the Caribbean, he had lost all the Fantastic Beasts, like
Yep.
he was losing everything. And at one point in time in an argument, she wanted to meet up with him after she served a restraining order on him.
mm-hmm,
And like part of her testimony is that like that he threatened her with a knife or something. Well, what happened was that they shared an agent, and the agent said that she wanted to meet up with Johnny, which confused him because she had just filed a restraining order against him. So
right,
the two met up, and they were kind of getting into it, and he was like, I don't have anything left like to give you, like, do you want my blood? Here, like, take my blood. Like, if you don't take my blood, I'm gonna take my blood. And like got out a knife. And like the two are clearly like fire and gasoline. Like
mm-hmm."
whatever type of dynamic they have is not a good one because
Yeah, well,
it's
it was
Well,
led to
probably
some
fine for a
crazy
little
shit.
while, but then Amber Heard just beat him into like
yeah, what
something he was not.
I can speak on a little bit of that. So she was diagnosed with the histrionic personality disorder, which is a narcissistic personality disorder on the spectrum of
Yeah.
personality disorders.
But, hey,
One
not to
of
interrupt you real fast, but
what
also to interrupt you real fast. Did you guys see Amber's reaction when that got announced in court?
what?
When that whole thing,
Oh
like they
yeah,
read off the doctor's diagnosis, and she was kind of just like looking at her fingernails, like,
which is another
yes,
key
yes, I
part,
am.
which is a key thing for narcissists as well.
Yeah.
But like one of the things of being in a relationship with a person that suffers from that specific personality disorder is like they kind of contort somebody who typically probably wouldn't lash out, and like they make you feel crazy for feeling the way that you do, and then just
Yeah, well, she gaslit him
breed
too, probably.
yeah, like breed on that. Like it's crazy and it's saddening. But yeah, that's one of the key things about like their MO in relationships. It's just complete and total lack of empathy and complete and total control.
Yeah, like there was other things I saw, like clips of like or video clips of like them playing an audio where it was like Johnny was like, "Dude, you threw a door into my head," and she was like, "I didn't mean that." And then he was like, "What did you mean to punch me in the jaw right after it?" And she was like yeah, but no, but also yeah. And then like while she's listening to it, she's just like laughing at the whole thing. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this chick is crazy. Aside from like
That
actually just like shitting on his bed.
yeah. Dude, I was watching the entire case when he testified and then when the house manager testified. And even the house manager was like he was trying to be as like politically correct as possible, but one of the arguments that they got in initially was like they were sitting in the TV room and apparently they were holding hands watching TV and Johnny Depp moved his hand off of hers. She
Mm-hmm.
was like, "What's wrong, Johnny? Don't you love me anymore?" And like they kind of like got into it like a little quibble and he stood up and walked away and like shut the door to go play his guitar, and that's like how he said like every fight would start. Like a little petty thing and then she would get upset and he'd try to walk away and then she'd follow him and then it would just fucking blow up. Like it was always that pattern.
That's
And they
wild,
were
dude.
asking the house manager like how would you describe her behavior, and he was like a child, like a prepubescent teen, like a spoiled teenager. I'm like, damn, fucking, I forget. Tim is his name, I think.
Yeah, dude. House
Tim's going
managers,
in on
those
Amber up
dudes,
there.
the butlers are always the ones, dude. Call them to the stand if you need like a character witness because they see everything.
Yeah, like a child, like a spoiled teenager.
But yeah,
Fucking
it's
Tim's the
what. Do we
man.
have a verdict on that yet? Has anything come out?
No, they paused on Friday for the weekend, so the case will probably wrap up early to mid this week, I think, because I
Oh,
think
okay.
mainly everybody's testified already.
Yeah, I
And
would
it's a
say so too.
defamation case, so I mean, she'll probably be ordered to pay him in some amount for defamation.
I hope so. I hope she has to pay him a shitload.
Well, when she says to him on the phone, like you were talking about earlier, go ahead, Johnny. You tell him that a straight white male, Johnny Depp, was the victim of domestic abuse. It's like, whoa, that's pretty
Yeah,
fucking maniacal. Like you're
yeah.
just banking
You're
on
just banking on
everybody
the
to
fact that
not
everybody's
believe
gonna.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
The
said, okay,
severed
so
fingertip
yeah,
was a pretty good clue.
Jesus is probably our foremost expert on this because I bet you've been watching the shit out of it, huh, Jesus? So he
Bitch,
said
I've
the
been
trials.
watching the whole fucking thing. God
Okay, well,
damn, I
like
just
I'm
told you
sorry.
that, ho.
Well, he knows this other stuff too, apparently. So he said the trial's going to be going on for a little while longer. Hunt fits so the May 19th. The judge has prior obligations from the 3rd to the 9th.
Oh, see, I
Okay,
didn't know
so
that.
couple weeks, we'll get a verdict. Hopefully Amber just has to pay out the ass to Johnny. Poor Johnny, dude. Johnny Depp's such a like good human being, bro. Like we talked about last week too. Like the freaking children's hospital like came at her like, yo, where's this money that you were supposed to fucking like pay for us? Meanwhile, she's like dodging their calls, and Johnny's at the same hospital in his Jack Sparrow garb, like hanging out with the kids. Like just it was sad, dude, because I watched a clip like he had his finger. It was shortly after the severed finger tip incident. He was there with a bandage on his, and like one of the children asked him. He's like, "What happened to your finger?" And he had to like make up some story.
Well, there's that other
When like he
interview where I can't remember the female actress, her name, but Johnny's known her since she was young
Mhm.
and has always been kind of like a mentor, and they were in a movie together or something. And it's before the press starts asking questions, and you can see
She
her
asked him.
lean over and ask Johnny like what happened, and you can tell that he kind of shrugs it off and jokes it off, but then like you can see him like start shaking. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, that was the house manager makes that scene seem pretty rough. Did you see
Y
all the writing on the fucking walls and shit too? They like wrote
no.
there was like acrylic paint all over the place, and I can't remember what was written. It was like call some other actress, she did it better, babe, or something like that. It looked like a movie. It was
Yeah.
There was a lot of toxicity going on there.
For real. Some of the stuff that I like that her attorneys like read in court, I was like, they're allowing them to just read this? Like I was like, Jesus Christ.
I
But yeah,
think her
her main
attorneys kind
attorney,
of know that they're cooked.
Rottenbaum or whatever his name is, he's a fucking clown.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody said
He's
anything, he was like hearsay, and I was like, dude, let the man talk. Holy shit!
It's
Watching
beyond the
Johnny,
scope of the question. It's beyond the
w-
scope of the question.
watching Johnny
Like,
react to
okay,
that dude
dude.
every like while he was giving his testimony was just hilarious because Johnny's just
Yeah.
like very nicely like trolling this dude, and it's so funny. It's so funny. But okay, so we've
Well,
got Hunt Fitz is saying the settlement would be $50 million. Damn, damn,
that would be a lot
that's a
of
lot of money.
cash.
That's a lot
It
of
just
cash.
sucks that he's never gonna be Jack Sparrow again, or he's
Yeah,
not gonna be what's his name?
Grindelwald.
I can never Grindelwald. I always want to
I
say Griswold.
saw
He'll
that
never be
Kristen too.
Grindelwald.
He objected and called hearsay on a question he asked, and the judge was like, "The fuck, dude, you asked the question." Which, like, they're allowed to call like hearsay and stuff on that on questions they ask when the witness starts like answering,
Wait,
but it just
I
looks
didn't mean it.
stupid because the judge was like, "You asked the question," and he was like, "Oh, continue or whatever." It's like, "Oh no, dude."
God.
Just, just absolute, just straight asinine. Can we do a fashion segment? Who are y'all wearing? Prada, Oscar de la Renta, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Ask us again at the end, Jesus. Ask us. It's a good. We'll end on a fashion segment.
What are we wearing today, or what's just in our general closet repertoire, if you will, of
Well,
clothes?
I will cover
What's the
that at
word that
the
I'm
end.
looking for?
Yeah, you were right. I'll cover it at the end. I want to get into the rest of this stuff though. So I know we're probably gonna spend a lot of time on Musk and Twitter just because I think it's hilarious how mad people are. But before we get into that, like I said, the federal government's coming out with a ban on menthol cigarettes, and how they did it was just so bad. Um, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna ban menthol cigarettes, mainly," and it was like I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but it's basically because like they're like we're trying to save lives, especially the black community, because like 85% of the population that like smokes menthols are black people. And I was like, what? And like some civil
That's
rights like activists
fucking
like
racist.
Reverend Al Sharpton and a couple other people were like, "Hey, this is like kind of not cool because we feel like this is targeting black people like specifically with this. So like maybe we don't do this." So yeah, it was like the administration was basically just like, "We're gonna be racist, but we're not gonna be blatantly racist. So we're banning menthol cigarettes to save your lives." And I was like, "But why don't we just let people do what they want to do?"
Dude, we talked about this with Spike Cohen way back when. You remember that?
Hmm. Yeah,
How just blatantly racist this is? Like, you think you know better? I
yeah.
mean,
You think you know better than these
if
people? Like, let them live their lives. Fuck.
if you take menthols off the shelves, they're just gonna smoke non-menthols. So
Yeah,
what
like
the
they're
fuck
just
does it
gonna
matter?
make the transition and be like, "Well, I guess if I can't smoke menthols, I'll have to smoke the ones that don't taste as good."
You're just gonna create a black market for menthol cigarettes. Somebody's gonna
Essentially,
find a way to dip the filters in like mint gum or something. I don't fucking know,
yeah,
but
they'll do something like
you're
put
not
peppermint.
helping
They'll
anybody.
put peppermint fucking essential oils on the filters or something. I don't know.
Let people live their fucking lives.
I just think it's
Or
super dumb.
ban cigarettes.
Yeah, or
One or
like
the
so
other.
don't ban just a specific flavor because you won't just ban them all. But again,
There's a
that's
really
an overstep.
there's a
Just let
really
people live their
interesting
lives.
story about how the TABC got started. It's like tobacco, alcohol, I forget what
Beverage.
this beverage
Uh,
and
it's like corporation or something. Because I
yeah,
have
I
my
think you're right.
TABC license like for the past
Hmm.
like 10 years.
And they basically the organization got started under the prohibition. If I have this story right, I didn't do this research, but and then once the prohibition was over, it's like, well, what do we do with these guys? And it's like, well, let's start the TABC. And because we need somebody to control our tobacco, that's a big part of, what we need control over. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's a joke.
it is. Ham, do you have thoughts on that whole situation? Now you were gonna say something before we started, so
Uh, oh yeah, like yeah, okay. Like I think narrative is also really important at this. In the health community, African Americans typically are on a range that have higher blood pressure. Cigarettes, nicotine in general, are proponents in that high blood pressure. So they might just they it could be a lot more innocent than the narrative that is being spun in. Because yeah, like nicotine's not good for you, but also here I am, like vaping. Like I think allowing people um, free will and um, free choice is important in the decisions that they make. I don't really understand why they are deciding to ban menthol now when initially when vapes started becoming a lot more popular in a few states they started taking away flavored juices, leaving only menthol and tobacco flavors to try to keep people away from vaping, but that obviously didn't work. You can literally just go across state lines or anywhere or order things online. So it's kind of a weird thing. Like I can see like yes, we're trying to save lives in communities that are drastically affected by it, but also like taking away their free choice, which is not okay. So
yeah,
you kind of I agree with you, Ben and Alex. Like just let people decide what they want to do with their bodies. Like we can't dictate a person's autonomy. But I can see why they want to do it, but they just rather than doing that, maybe just maybe just go out into your fucking communities for once. That's one of the biggest things that politicians don't do is like go out into the communities that are drastically affected by these health determinants. Like you see a community that is drastically suffering from high blood pressure. Maybe go out and educate them and like have them understand why they are suffering from this rather than take away something, because then it does become and start that narrative of, oh, well, it's racist then, which it comes off to be because they're not going out and doing actual advocating for their people. They're just taking away their free will and free choice. So it's meh.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's
Jesus,
dumb.
Jesus
the
said,
same
"Ham,
reason
this
why
is
the
America. We have to tell them what they can and can't do. The Bible says so, with love."
Yeah.
It's the same reason why the war on drugs doesn't work, you know?
Yeah.
Because people are dying from fentanyl overdoses at a historic rate, and fentanyl is very illegal to possess unless you're in an operating room, essentially.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop people from getting their hands on it. So
Yeah, like it's not gonna stop. It's just gonna turn into the war on tobacco, and then here we go again.
it's like when you tell the 4-year-old they can't have that piece of candy before dinner. Now they want that piece of candy even more because they're not supposed to have it. Now it like not only did I want it beforehand, but now mom and dad tell me I can't have it, so that adds to the lore of the entire situation. So it's not working. But whatever.
No, it's not. Like, just stop trying to control people. Just let us live our damn lives. And if you're that concerned about it, do what Ham said. Just fucking like actually get in touch with the people you represent and figure out why. So dumb.
Yeah, man. Get in your
So dumb.
community.
Pretty
Power to
much.
the
Like, just
people.
get in your like. I like a lot of angst would be solved if politicians would actually just reconnect with the people that they claim they represent, instead of just doing their own thing like they have been.
I was listening to a podcast the other day that was talking about Trump just had some interview where he was talking about, oh, they asked him if he really said there was some rally he had where he told the people there, if you see somebody about to throw fruit, just knock the shit out of them, wouldn't you? And they're like, why did you really say that? He's like, oh, yeah, it was a huge threat. We were on high alert that day. People were going to throw fruit from the stands. And they're like, so, or like, do you think a tomato would hurt you? And he's like, who knows what kind of fruit they would be throwing? Could have been a pineapple. That could hurt somebody. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. And then you have Biden on another fucking interview looking like he has no idea where he is. And like he's trying to come up with a word that he clearly doesn't even know what the word that's written
Yeah.
for him to say is. And it's like, you ever play on an old N64 where you just take out the cartridge and you blow into it and you hit restart to restart the game? What we need to do with American politics right now.
Yeah,
Fucking
pretty
blow in
much
that
just
dusty bitch, hit reset and start over.
pull the plug, blow on it, and start again. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Trump is
whack.
doing a rally in Nebraska.
Interesting.
My brother and I were joking around the other day about going. Not really going, like, not to support him. I'm not a Trump supporter,
Yeah.
but like imagine the people watching that would take place
Oh my
at a
god. Yeah,
at
just
an
to
event
sit
like
out there
that,
and be
dude.
like, "What's going on?"
If I just got if he started videotaping and I got a microphone and just started like interviewing random people, I could come up with some of the best fucking content I think the internet
Oh,
may
for
have ever
sure.
seen.
What in the
A
World
Trump
podcast
rally in
live at the Trump
Nebraska, dude.
rally.
Oh my God, dude. I'm telling you, I just need a microphone and somebody with a camera, and I'll dress up in a suit and I'll go around interviewing people, and it could be fucking gold.
Dude, it would be the best. It'd be so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Just
man.
ask them about like QAnon questions, and oh, I could come up with so many good ones.
Yeah.
It'd be so much fun.
Right. Speaking of funny content and things, let's transition into Elon Musk and his purchasing of Twitter, dude. So, chat, who of you actually give a fuck, and like who of you are like actually pissed off that like Musk Elon has done this? Because the amount of people that I've seen on Twitter that are just like, boo, like. I'm like, why? How does this doesn't affect your day to day life? Like, why are we so mad about this? I think it's hilarious that people are like super pissed off about it. So I want to know, why are you guys mad? Are you mad or are you not mad? Like what's like what are your thoughts?
Haley, you like Musk, right? To a degree,
I'm
a
like,
fair
I
amount.
mean, I'm just neutral. I really don't give a shit what the man does.
Undecided.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what the man does. Like, he can,
Which,
I don't know.
you know what, is a perfectly fine take.
Like,
Yeah.
people who are getting that angry about, like, well, he could have done X, Y, and Z with his own money. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's also his own fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, like, I get, like, yes, he probably could have done more, like, I don't know, humanitarian, whatever the fuck, but he's already doing that.
Yeah, he's already
He
doing
actively does things like that. So, like, who are we to criticize the man for doing what he wants with his money? Don't really give a fuck.
it. Yeah. I think I'm with you, Jesus. I don't give two shits one way or the other. I just like to sit back and watch, and I think it's so funny that people are just so up in arms about it.
A tweet that I saw that it said if you feel like your life is over now that Elon Musk has taken over this website, it's time for you to log off and go outside.
I
It's
saw
like
that and
that.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
This person has on the hit it on the head. Yeah.
Like if you
Jesus, you're
really
right.
think it's that big of a deal, dude, you're placing way too much of your personal stock in life into Twitter. It's
Yeah, like way
not
too
that
much.
serious.
It's not. It's just a stupid app where you put out like your dumb thoughts or try and like push whatever content you have. Like that's all it's for.
I
People get
enjoyed Tom Brady tweeting at him and saying, "Musk, if you delete or if you buy Twitter, will you delete my draft pick
yeah.
forever?"
Yeah.
Or what is it? A draft picture? It's like whatever it is. Yeah, that draft picture forever. It's where Tom Brady's standing in his underwear, straight out
Yeah.
of Michigan, like 180 pounds, soaking wet, looking like the
Yeah,
most
just
unathletic person in the world. And then
yeah.
after Musk bought it, he quote tweeted himself and said, "So dot dot."
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, you're probably right. I think most of them are probably to Truth Social. Trump's fucking
I've never even heard of
version of
that.
it's Trump's version of Twitter, basically.
That's nice.
He was
But
supposed to be
then
their version of like this is a free speech app.
But then it had to be taken down within like the first like couple days that it was up because so many people were doxing like members of Congress and shit. It's like wait. No.
Yeah.
Pull the plug, fuck.
I think it's back up now because it's like Elon tweeted a picture not too long ago of like, oh, Twitter like downloads are it's doing better than TikTok right now, and it's right underneath like True Socials, like back up there, but like it's
Well,
yeah,
and
it's fucking dumb.
that forum exists. Like 4chan is a perfect example of people who are trying to. It's where all the QAnon shit got started. Like they were trying to give people an open platform and an open space. But at the same time, if you open up the fucking internet to a bunch of 12-year-olds, like I think of all the heinous shit I would have said as like a 12 and 13-year-old, like pretending to be George who's 40 living in his mother's basement. Like my
Yeah.
friends and I would have said some fucking disgusting shit at
Oh
that
yeah,
young
we're
of
just
an
said just
age.
some dumb ass shit. Like
So when you open it up like that, like you're good. Not only that, but then the true crazies of the world are gonna fucking come out, and you gotta stay within the boundaries of the law. I mean, yeah, it's a tough.
it's tough.
You
Jesus,
want
no, I would not sit and watch Trump speak for over 90 minutes. I don't like listening to boring people talk. I hate doing it when I have to do like commanders calls and stuff for the Air Force. I sit there and I'm like, this all could have been an email. This sucks.
he'd come on stage, Nebraska, what a fine Nebraska this is. Best Nebraska I've ever seen, really. I mean, the
Best,
people here. I mean, the people in Nebraska. I mean,
best people.
the best. It's just 90 minutes of that.
Yeah.
And they stole the election. They stole it. They stole it right
Oh,
out from under our
God.
noses. I know it. Pence.
I'm gonna deafen myself.
Pence. I had a lot more faith in Pence. I really did. I really thought Pence would make the right call, and he didn't. He didn't. And
Yeah.
we don't speak anymore. You know, Pence. Oh, Pence.
This is so painful.
It's exactly how that would have gone. It's so bad, dude. Ugh, gross.
And you know, Sleepy Joe.
I'm going
Sleepy
to
Joe.
deafen you.
Jesus said, "LOL." That's literally what he said 25 minutes ago. He's so predictable, man. He's so predictable. But yeah. What's going on, Side Dragon? Good to see you again, buddy.
Oh my gosh, hi, Side.
But
And
yeah,
Crooked Hillary. Crooked.
I'm going to deafen you, Alex.
Oh my gosh!
I swear.
It's so
I'm just
easy.
gonna
It's so
tempting.
predictable, dude. It's
So tempting.
just ridiculous.
Boot
I
him.
could keep going. Too,
I know you could.
I know, dude. I could go
I'm
in on there too
not.
and do it, but I'm not gonna.
I might just slip
yeah.
one more in. You never know, Haley. You
That's
gotta
what
stay
she
on your
said.
toes. You gotta stay on your toes around here. Might just do a little Trump goofing.
Pain in my assholes.
It's just bad. It's just bad. Hillary hasn't
Oh.
popped
Oh,
up,
I'm
and
sure she has
Pelosi
too.
has. Oh yeah. Don't just wait, Jesus. Don't wait. Just wait for it, dude. Hillary will come up at some point, dude.
I'm done.
But yeah.
What's the next
much-
topic
Oh, is he-
before we
I mean,
get
that's-
Alex?
we pretty much just,
Tonight?
we pretty much just like covered all of it. It just wasn't like it wasn't too much like that really like popped off this week. Oh, actually, just as a small update because I think this is kind of funny too. To the Ukraine Russia thing, one of my buddies he got this. So it's Michael Armstrong. I've talked about him before. His dad's one of the political science professors at William Jewell, but one of his friends who I guess has been keeping up with this a lot just told him earlier today that Putin literally got a hold of Zelensky and told him that if Ukraine keeps targeting and killing Russian generals, that the morale of the Russian troops is going to go up. Like, imagine calling a foreign leader that you're at war with and being like, hey, man, maybe stop killing our generals because then our troops are going to feel a lot better about their lives. Like, your generals are that bad and are that shitty to your troops that you're just like, hey, I'm actually trying to keep soldiers' morale pretty low. So they do what I tell them. So if you could, like, maybe stop killing all of our generals, that'd be kind of cool. Thanks, dude.
Do either of you guys watch the show Barry on HBO?
No, I don't have HBO, so no.
Okay, I'll use another metaphor. Everything about have you seen the movie The Interview? Where
Yes.
Seth
Yes.
Rogen and James
Absolutely incredible movie.
Everything
So
about
funny.
this whole thing reminds me of that fucking movie so much. Like how they put on this whole show of how North Korea is great. Like Putin calls Zelensky and it's like, you know, if you keep killing our troops, our morale goes up, actually. So
Yeah,
maybe you
actually.
stop killing our generals, huh? Does it sound a good deal?
Yeah, it's just like,
You think he's for? Like,
yeah. Like, how stupid do you think he is? Like, maybe if I tell him they're gonna start fighting better if you keep killing him,
guys,
then he'll stop.
I have great idea.
I have
Tell
great idea.
Zelensky.
We tell Zelensky that if he keeps
We
killing
just
us,
ask him to stop.
yeah, we pull what they like to call in the West reverse psychology. If we tell him he keep killing us, then
Yes.
we're going to be happy about it, and then he will stop killing us.
You hear of Pavlov's dogs? I have a great idea.
Like, it's just so funny that he was like, just tried. He was just like, yeah, stop killing us, and it'll be cool. And Zelensky's like, no. How about I keep killing you so that you keep feeling bad? Like, what?
Oh Christ! There's so many more jokes in there too. They're all coming to my brain so fast I can't spit.
If that's not the most ADD fucking comment I've ever heard you
No,
make.
facts.
Yeah, no shit, right? No shit. Oh my God.
I mean, we got
It's-
one
it's
last
like a
thing
s-
that we could do is whatever Zeus asked us to.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about our fashion stuff because you want to make fun of me for wearing cowboy boots and jeans to a
How long have
graduation
we been
party?
going?
Almost an hour.
Yeah, it's
Oh
been about an
gosh.
hour.
Jeez.
I mean,
Time
I can
flies.
show Zeus. I don't know if you saw what I was wearing, but
Haley's dress is fire.
it looks nice.
It looks real nice.
I approved of what Ben's wearing to my graduation.
She did approve of the cowboy boots and jeans and the pineapple
I did.
button up.
It took me a second. It took me a second to
I
come
had to
around
send her
to
pictures of it, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead."
it. I had to warm up to it because initially I was like, "Oh God, please no."
And I would have been like, "Too bad."
Fashion
Fashion
show.
show.
When
No,
now?
yeah,
No.
Hey Zeus, get your jokes out. Go for it. I'm here for it. Look. Look, I am gonna change what I'm wearing to the party afterwards. Okay, it's gonna be the green Hawaiian shirt and khaki joggers and white Vans. Okay,
Which
So
I also approved
this-
of. Cause for I guess those who are watching, I'm graduating fucking college on Saturday,
True.
so
This
that's
should
a
be
big
the
fucking
fit,
thing.
Ben.
You want me to?
This should be the fit.
Like, it's taking a second to load. Oh
This
no,
is
I
the
missed
fit.
it. Aw,
Okay, hold on.
bring it back up. I missed it.
Wear the jean jacket. And I was like, no, I'm not bringing it. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. It'd be hot as shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're in
That's the fit.
Tennessee. Why is? Oh my god, not this picture.
No, dude, I'm not. wearing that. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. It's too hot for that. It's a nice picture,
Dude.
by the way. So fuck off.
Y'all
This
something else.
has got to be it, dude. Okay, fine. Wear whatever you want.
I will wherever. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees, dude. I would literally die if I wore like the denim tuxedo, dude. It would
Oh, you won't die.
be so hot.
You'll make Combo
Thank you,
proud in that
Jesus.
Canadian tuxedo.
This is true. Combo would be very, very proud of the Canadian tuxedo, but that is not a 80-degree weather.
He is lucky
attire.
he's cute, or else I wouldn't let him wear the fucking cowboy boots.
Look, I pull off cowboy boots.
Oh,
Thank you
God.
very much.
But
We don't need.
It's not like they're not aggressive cowboy boots. So like when
No, they're not. They're real
when
nice.
I
They're nice
envisioned
cowboy boots.
cowboy boots, again, remind you I am from and live in Tennessee. So like my idea of cowboy boots are not what he was wearing. Cowboy boots from here are like aggressive.
No, I have very nice like tan.
They're just
like,
boots. They're just like nice
leather, like,
boots. That's what they are.
Square-toed, nice boots. They're really nice.
But I approved of his outfit to my graduation.
It's true.
But he's
That will
also
be
his
pictures.
All that
own-
matters.
Yes, there will. I didn't want him to look like a
And I'll have my
complete-
contacts back by then. Thank the Lord.
But yeah, Jesus, my dress, I posted it on Twitter like a little while ago. It's like a white dress and it has like flowers on it. It's off the shoulder. It's a really pretty dress. I got it for like
It's very
19.
pretty.
I got it for like $19. Fucking score.
She look hot as fuck in that thing too.
Okay, boy.
All right. Fucking bonk that shit. I'm bonking
but
that
I'm just
shit
saying
hard.
she looks
That's
good.
enough. That's
Okay,
enough.
all right,
All
fine.
right. Jesus.
I'm sorry, Ham.
I'm gonna start
I can't,
throwing up
I can't
again.
compliment you on the
First,
podcast.
you
Sorry.
wear matching sweaters. Second,
That was an
you're,
accident.
You go hard as shit in that, and like,
She
all right,
does.
fucking bonk. That's enough. Bonk
Man
hammers
wanted
coming
to hit
out.
me with the whole.
Yes, I
that's
love
right.
that.
That's enough.
What happens when you're the third wheel of the podcast?
I'm
You
over
didn't
here
realize.
trying to, like, just compliment
I
my
know.
girlfriend, and Alex is over here just like.
First of all, I was the last one to know
Blah, blah,
about
blah, blah,
your little coming together. Oh, did we
You
do
were?
farts on this show one time? Yeah, Ben fucking didn't tell me.
Ben.
Yeah, I like slow leaked it. It's fine. I forgot to tell some people.
Yes, dude.
Imagine.
Thank you, Kristen. Call HR. Do we
I
have
am
an
HR.
person?
That's what I would say. Yeah, Ham is HR, and so now you're over.
Now we're really fucked.
It's a
I'm
conflict of
alone on
interest
this
environment.
I would
Yes.
never wear shorts to her graduation, Jesus.
Oh yeah, no,
I would never.
I wouldn't let him.
I would not wear shorts.
We need
I
to
don't
use
have like
that
a really nice
soundboard.
pair of khakis, but other than like the jogger ones, but I don't think the joggers are fit for graduation.
I
wear.
told you you could wear the joggers. To
yeah,
be fair,
but I would have rather worn a nicer pair of khakis that I don't. So
fair.
They
But
should
thank
open
you,
up
Jesus.
at some stores.
wait, I have brown. I have like nice tan jeans. Should I wear those instead?
Tan jeans?
Yeah, tan like brown. Okay, no, never mind. That was already a no. She said no.
What?
I think they call those khakis, right?
No, khakis are a different material. These are denim jeans. They're brown. They're like tan. They're nice.
No.
Yeah, so no. See? So blue jeans it is.
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck.
Blue
And-
jeans it is. What were you gonna say about the soundboard?
The
I
farts.
was gonna say we need to use that more often.
He just integrated it.
I just integrated it like into Discord, so I.
Oh,
will.
nice.
Because now I have this too, so when you tell a really bad joke, I can just be like,
You didn't play it for long enough. You got to play it for longer.
wait, that's as long as it goes.
Oh, well,
I'll find a
That's
longer one to
not
send
even
him.
funny.
We'll find a better
Joke's on you, brother. Not even fucking funny. That's better.
That's my
I like
favorite.
that one. Yeah, that one's better than the short laugh.
Oh goodness.
one. Anyways, Chad, do you have anything else for us? Just wanna roast me some more on my clothing options.
Yeah, see, Jesus calls you cute, and then we can't have your ego getting too big. We got to knock you down a couple rungs after a compliment. We got to keep you in check, you know? Yeah, that's right. Bonk hammer. I hope I don't have to bring it out too often, but, you know.
Hey, that's the first time. That's the first time.
That is the first time. That is the first time. I need like a rubber hammer in here or something so I can get it out if I need it.
A fucking mallet.
Yeah. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Sorry, not sorry.
Anyways. But, that's pretty much it for this week, Chad, as far as topics wise. I kind of perused around and looked, and there really wasn't too much party popping this week, so.
Oh, well, what last thing? Maybe not last thing unless chat wants. Did you see that Russian troops also took over like $5 million worth of Ukrainian farm equipment only to find out it was remotely disabled? Jackpot, dude. We fucking found all this fucking sweet equipment, man. Yeah, go fire it up. Go fire it up. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, dude, it's like, oh, they will never be able to farm and make food. Now we have all of their farm equipment. Damn it, it does not work.
Now we just got all this metal laying around.
Yeah, there was I don't remember what town it was over there, but the citizens of that town actually flooded their entire town. They flooded like literally everywhere. It turned it into a giant swamp so the tanks couldn't get in there. It was a city close to Kyiv. And it was like apparently that was instrumental in Ukraine being able to push back the Russians from Kyiv because it stopped a major tank advance from whatever direction that city was oriented from Kyiv because they flooded the whole thing and the Russians were like, fuck, we can't drive our tanks through this.
I just looked through their Twitter. They're not very there's not really not many memes per the Ukraine usual.
Dang.
Lots of artwork.
That's what happens when you're fighting a war, dude. You know. Are y'all ready for Doctor Strange 2? I am actually pretty excited for it, Jesus. I'm ready to see.
I need to catch up, and I gave you my Apple TV.
Yeah, Haley needs to catch up. But yeah, as much as I really like, okay. So we watched the first two like Fantastic Beasts, and
yes,
like I feel obligated at this point to watch the third one just to finish the trilogy. But at the same time, I kind of don't just because Johnny's not in it.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Justice for Johnny, but also we might just.
I need
and go to the movies and watch it.
I'm gonna.
That's a good idea, actually.
Let me go get ramen and then watch the movie.
Yes.
Newt Scamander, dude. I love that guy.
I do too.
Newt's the
fucking Scamander. Love him.
I
just watched the second one.
That the Ghost of Kyiv was propaganda? I don't know, Squash.
Yeah, they did. They
Dang,
did.
Look, like I said in the beginning, whether it was propaganda or real or not, it was a great motivator at the beginning of the war to get people like to keep their hopes up and stuff.
There's good and bad propaganda, in my opinion.
They admitted that it was to boost morale. Which
is fine.
It literally came out of a video game. That's what people were saying right away. Like, this is out of a video game.
It's a flight simulator thing.
Yeah, so I mean, it does kind of suck that it was fake, but at the same time, you still had those dudes telling the Russian warship to go fuck themselves, and that was kind of like.
That was awesome.
You can't say that they had not at least heard of the Ghost of Kyiv to where everybody was like, you know, we're fucking fighting back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was propaganda. Yeah, it was to boost morale. But, I mean, kind of sucks. But at the same time, I was fired up about it. I mean,
I totally get that, Zeus. But, like, I also need, like... I need like a come around to the story. I've been really invested in most. Don't ask what turf is.
I already looked it up.
Okay.
We've talked about this in the past. We've talked about the term turf.
But the main reason I enjoy like the storyline. Like regardless of person, I separate person from the story that they're telling. Because they're not involved, I guess, in the story that they're telling. And I don't know if that sounds bad, and it's not really on brand for me, typically, because I do like to stand up for things like that, typically. But I have fallen in love with the Harry Potter series and the Fantastic Beasts storyline. It's a great story, and it gives me a chance to feel like a kid, you know? Like, I can at least, like, I enjoy the mystical, weird shit that she produces.
You heard that it was bad, Squash? Dang, that's.
I heard it was bad too. but I have to know.
Whatever.
People said
go
Fantastic Beasts was bad also because it didn't include enough, quote unquote, enough Harry Potter tie-ins.
But I mean, that's the whole point.
That wasn't the point. This is years before that.
I'm telling you, and people said the second one was bad too when it came out, and I have watched both of them, and I think they're both fantastic films. So
yeah, I like both of them.
I enjoyed them.
So do I, and I can't wait to watch the third one. I'm stoked that there's more in the Harry Potter world coming out that I can. I mean, that's the first book. Well, no, not the first. The first book I read growing up that I actually enjoyed reading was Holes. And then the second book that I actually enjoyed reading was Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter. So I grew up on it. Only movie I've ever been to the midnight showing of where like I was in the midst of like hardcore fans, and I wasn't like a hardcore fan. I was just like a fan. Was the second Harry Potter movie, the last Harry Potter movie, the Half-Blood Prince sequel.
What? No, that was a.
What?
No, it wasn't Half-Blood Prince.
No, not the Half-Blood Prince.
Deathly Hallows
Deathly
Part 2.
Hallows Part 2. Yes, sorry. Yep.
Oh.
The very last Harry Potter movie.
Okay.
Where Harry has a showdown with
Voldemort.
Yeah. Jesus, I totally agree.
Come to die.
Never. But no, like I fully agree to that. I'd be interested to see like what other writing could go into. Like, imagine who's the writer of Game of Thrones? Can't remember him off the top of my head.
George R.R. Martin.
Yes, like imagine a writer like that in charge of Fantastic Beasts.
No, not imagine that, because that dude takes fucking forever to put out anything.
Okay,
dude.
you took that so fucking literally. you took that so fucking literally.
No, I get what you're saying.
Straight to the no, dude. You can't do that.
No, I get what you're saying, because like yes, Game of Thrones up until the last season was like super good. I loved it a lot.
Because he had no plan. He had no part in the final seasons.
Yeah, because the freaking books aren't even done yet.
Right. But that's just like a hypothetical enjoy, like, dude, even Peter, or
Peter
even
Jackson
fucking Marvel directors and writers. Like that, there could be a lot of really amazing people that could go behind the Harry Potter and Wizarding world in general, like casting.
I do want to get the Harry Potter game that's coming out, though.
JK's
that big
doing
open
a
world
fine job.
Well, I mean, like, just imagine other collaborators. Like, if and from Jesus' point of view, if there were somebody to come back behind and rekindle that community's passion for it, I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought.
Save my comments.
Probably a good idea.
That's another topic for another day.
I agree.
Fair.
That's
okay.
A can of worms I don't want to open right now.
Just
Okay, well, with that, I think we're gonna end it for the week. Next week we should be doing one. I'll be in Tennessee, so it depends on what's happening down there with festivities for Ham's graduation. I might maybe be too hungover from tacos and margaritas from Saturday to even want to do anything.
Oh, you'll be fine. Come on.
Maybe.
Do it for the people, Ben.
Do
it for the people.
We're gonna play it by ear and see what happens.
I don't have a Ben cam. Like, he had a ham cam.
It's fine.
He can bring his cam.
I have an extra one that's really small.
Fair.
Anyways,
exactly.
Whatever. We'll figure it out and cross that bridge.
I brought my stuff to San Diego, remember?
Yeah, I
With
remember.
that beautiful background. I know. See, you got to do it for the people, Ben.
We'll figure it out.
There's
Let's see.
four people in the world that are relying on us every Sunday. Okay.
It will depend. We'll see. We'll see what the festivities have planned for us.
Thank you so much, Jesus.
That Sunday. But,
Okay.
well, we thank you guys as always for hanging out and talking with us, and we will see you guys. We'll plan on next week, but who knows? But anyways, until the next time we see you, Alex.
Tell somebody you love them. Reach out, grab them by the shoulders, pull them in, give them a big old bear hug, maybe a smooch on the cheek if you're into that kind of thing, if they're okay with it, and say, hey, you know what, I love you.
Consensual smooch on the cheek.
Yes, get consent. Get consent, kids.
All right, guys. Until next time, you guys stay safe and have a good week.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Love you guys.